me. I'm not the one to fuck with cause you'll detest me. You best be coming at me right unless you wanna see me wrong. Get my water and my earth as long as we get along. But I'm quick to switch to the fire and the wind. Reciprocate the energy that you bring. Realize it's not the dominant but the divine masculine. I'ma be your mirror, yeah. Let you bask in it. Got the power of the ancestors always beside me, in front of and behind me, and even inside me. Yeah, I spit, rap, and sing, cause whose world is this? It's mine. And anybody else that takes the time to invest and manifest. Stay blessed, reaching higher consciousness. Pick the words about the sky and feed them to you to digest. Give your life like you're sucking on my breath, so best respect.
I'm as good as it gets, ready to west, so don't test me. My non-speaks fine, sounding crunchy like Nestle. Picture perfect and my chain sits very nicely. Sick with words, your herbs might not understand me. Mess with chicks that talk shit and very feisty. Flipping the sec, put you in check, but they won't cross me. Mesmerized, stabby eyes like Ashanti. Push to the side, they wanna ride cause I got a caddy. Peanut butter lace like B12, big coca. Big 6 got that fix, fuckin' me, got that soca. Rain on your feet fast on beat like you're doing soca. Space age pimp, hoe suck dick through your Motorola. Finger fucking this track is the return of the Mac. Bringing back Phillies 40s and $20 sacks. Money hungry, throw these on the model rack. Put my shaft in between and make her squeeze my sack.
It goes on and on like Erica B say. I'm wildin' out, acting up just like it's my B-day. Life in the fast lane, I hit the freeway. I ain't taking no breaks, don't expect no leeway. It's Millie Jane and I'm back with Pooh Heff. Serving these fools just like I'm a sous chef. Introduce you to the game just like you a new ref. Only way you ain't hearing me is in case you deaf. I mean, damn, I'm just talking my shit though. Just know that if I bark that you'll probably get bit. So invest in me, you'll double up, no crypto. I'm popping and I'm bubbling just like I was Crisco. No disco, but I bet we have a ball. We soaring through the clouds, I'll make sure we never fall. My daddy always say before you walk, you gotta crawl. The name's Millie Jane, don't forget it, baby doll.
Gecko Brothers.
Pooh Heff. Pooh Heff.
Calling up my phone, looking for your bitch. I don't know where she at, and I don't know where she with. Don't be calling up my phone, looking for your bitch. I don't know where she at, and I don't know who she with. Don't be calling up my phone, looking for your bitch. I don't know where she at, and I don't know who she with. Don't be calling up my phone, looking for your bitch. I don't know where she at, and I don't know who she with. Don't be calling up my phone.
It's all a nigga need. My song all on the radio. These hoes wanna have my seat. Best revenge is to succeed. I say smoke in my trees. Get the money and stay humble. Don't fall victim to the greed. My green is nuts pistachios. My boys moving in patios. I bust my gun and throw away. You niggas wife and ratchet hoes. She thought I was adorable. Dropped her top convertible. You mad the girls you like me and they ain't never heard of you. With this my aunt and surgical. If I get irked I'll murder you. She lied on me vertical. You don't know what your girl to do. Do you need a reminder? If you cannot find her, your girlfriend is a sinner. I'm in her sinner like a binder. Oh, your girl, yeah, that's my hoe. Cause you ain't had no spinal. She said you ain't had no chemistry, so she cheated like a final. Oh, your girl, yeah, that's my hoe. She said you ain't had no chemistry, so she cheated like a final.
Don't be calling up my phone, looking for your bitch. I don't know where she at, and I don't know where she with. Don't be calling up my phone, looking looking for your bitch. I don't know where she at, and I don't know who she with. Don't be calling on my phone.
She with me,
looking
though.
for your bitch. I don't know where she at, and I don't know who she with. Don't be calling on my phone. Looking for your bitch. I don't know where she at, and I don't know who she with. Don't be calling on my phone.
Yo, I'm busy. I'm getting my duck sick and chick knees buckled. Mouth is hella toxic. Molly popping, she gargles before she swallows it. She texts us.
Sorry, boo, but my phone is dead.
Well, I have her face down and ass up. I'm standing on the side of the bed, but naked, thick, heavy like lead. I'm stroking while banging her head. Head banging the wall. My bad, I was writing this while I was giving this chick my all. Nothing personal, B. She pressed in when you called. She was in the middle of giving my face a waterfall. Splash. Hey, it's cool that you're giving up the cash. I'm just the bum that whispers in the ear. Yo, give up the ass. Exploded like naval ships. Came out a lot of semen. First release was on target. She started calling me Django Freeman. You calling me again, you must be worried about your woman. Status update on FB. Oh my God, my heart is broken. I saw that while I was stroking. I try to be social and network with cats while I'm vaginal probing. Don't worry, Pop, she's out before 11. She'll be back in hell after she gets this taste of heaven. I'm calling up my phone, looking for your bitch. I don't know where she at and I don't know who she with. Don't be calling up my phone, looking for your bitch. I don't know where she at and I don't know who she with. Don't be calling up my phone, looking for your bitch. I don't know where she at and I don't know who she with. Oh shit. Gecko Brothers. Fuck that. I see you. Yeah.
Rhymes and lies.
Time's up, nigga.
Tomorrow is my turn when my luck is returning. Tomorrow is my turn when my luck is returning.
Let's hustle. Today, niggas ain't really saying
Tomorrow
nothing.
is my turn when my luck is returning.
Today, niggas ain't really saying
Tomorrow
nothing.
is my turn when my luck is returning.
See your crews act a whore, put they fans tie the noose, kick your caboose, and let you hang like the KK clan, my man. You get hand clapped like them claps in the alley. Running your trap with a launty and a black scully. Lit, like a lollipop, it tastes like candy. Macho man savagely manhandle you hoes like Randy. Like a movie, this ain't Fandango. You ain't got no info, but BET, MTV, VH1 for reality shows like Viacom. Corner the market, hostile like Viacons. Have you tripping like Miss USA and Saigon? I mean, Ho Chi Minh City. I see Lucci's in all my cities. Dig it, grinding. Hold up, yo. Giddy up, bitch. When I bust in your clothes, better be waterproof like aluminum siding. I fuck your hoe when you outside the club fighting. While you biting little weeds, you can lick and suck up on these, brother. Swallow, I pass you a contract like they did to Heather Hunter. Fake ass rappers need to start counting your days. Today your niggas ain't really saying nothing. Yeah. Today your niggas ain't really saying nothing. Yeah. Some of you rappers really have to start counting your days. See ya, plus a freestyle, so CYA. I'm a pit bull, not from Miami, but have you MIA or DOA, baby. I run the game like Jason Taylor in LA. Have you pass out like KC? Damn, that's crazy. I'm wildin' out. But no comedian, you need to call up my man D-Ray. Hey, boy, you know my 45 is so live, I call it Tupac. Cause me and my bitch make you dead and be alive. So let's talk. I walk the walk, no need to know all the coroner has to do is outline your body with the chalk. I fornicate after a date, I dig them long. And after I'm done, they just say it's a date rape. Just cause I lick them down like a reptilian. Full of venom, made them swallow the semen. I do that to hoes, but real nice to the women. Women cool to me, but them hoes, I dismantle them. My house lights, camera, mouth wide open, it's action, hun. The money shots on you with my kids on you, like Rev Run. Nah, don't disrespect about that, man. That was just funny, man. Okay, man, let's go to the hook. You fake ass rappers need to start counting your days. Yeah. Today your niggas ain't really saying nothing. Yeah. Today your niggas ain't really saying nothing. Yeah. Some of you rappers really have to start counting your days. Yeah. It's going down right now. It is recession proof. Top 25 best rap albums of all time. And we have the list right here on the left hand side. We started off last night, just to clarify. We going live on TikTok later on this evening. This way, I will all have everything that I need to solidify this list as the top 25 best rap albums of all time. I wish I can get on Instagram. They just ain't letting me. They ain't letting me be great, man. That's crazy. So we got this. We got this right here. We have this. We have this list. This. All right. So yesterday we ended at Tupac. Okay. So we ended it up with Tupac. We changed that. So let me tell you the two records that ended up. Well, there was a couple of records that got changed. So let's just go back to the list. And on this list, we had Nas, Illmatic, Wu-Tang Clan, 36 Chambers. Let's see. Let me see if I changed it on here already. Let me just make sure. Did I change this list? Okay. I think this is the same list. We're going to make sure it's the same list. Okay. So we had Nas, Wu-Tang, 36 Chambers. And it's important because it's a particular album, right? Because a lot of these artists that are on this list have great albums. But what was their best album? And not only that, is that an album that you're willing to listen to with no skips? Okay. So we had Nas, Illmatic, Wu-Tang Clan, 36 Chambers, Kendrick Lamar, Good Kid, Mad City. We had to verify that one. That one had over 6 songs on there that went straight back to back to back to back. That might be his classic album, is Good Kid, Mad City. Okay, Dr. Dre, Chronic 2001, and then A Tribe Called Quest. Midnight Marauders, we went through that one again. And Midnight Marauders is an undeniable album. You can't change that. It's an undeniable album. And we had Run DMC, Raising Hell. Kanye West, we went through his catalog as well. You can always go back to the last night's live and replay it on YouTube and on Twitch. Kanye West College Dropout was unanimous. Outkast, Stangonia was unanimous. Notorious B.I.G., Life After Death was unanimous. Let's see. Okay, so we had Public Enemy, Fear of a Black Planet, unanimous. We changed LL Cool J. All right, so on here it shows Bigger and Deffer. We changed that one. Let me update this list. I'll be updating it soon on here. Give me a second to do that so I can do that correctly. But that is LL Cool J. We went with Mama Said Knock You Out. The album after Bigger and Deffer. I'll tell you, that record was amazing. We went through the whole discography. My man had like 12 tracks or 13 tracks, and like 10 of them were dope. Like all of them were hits.
and I completely forgot about that record. I was like, yo, how did I forget about LL Cool J, right? Okay, so we went over that one. We switched it, so now it's Mama Says Knock You Out. Balloon Mind State from De La Soul, Eric B. Rakim, Paid in Full, Grandmaster Flash and the Furious 5, The Message. Here's another one that changed on here. We ended up changing Tupac. Originally on this list that you see right here in front of you, it shows Tupacalypse Now. It had a bunch of joints that had no skips, but we are changing it because there's no way we can just deny a double LP and deny Tupac's All Eyes on Me. My man had at least 10 joints on there that's not skippable at all. At all. And I couldn't be selfish and say that I would choose Tupacalypse Now over All Eyes on Me. We're doing All Eyes on Me. This is where we're at. All Eyes on Me. Y'all see this? Y'all see that? So we're gonna have to change that. We're gonna change that list in a few minutes when I take my first break. And so what we're looking at right now is that's where we left off at yesterday. So if you want to go back and recap on yesterday's live, you're more than welcome to do that. And then I like the fact people rewatch these lives after the fact. So if you're on YouTube and on Twitch, thank you. Facebook as well. We got Facebook. Shout outs to Dagon Smacks. They're going to check him out later on this evening on GBR Global. His mix show is bananas, and you make sure you subscribe to him on Twitch and all other platforms because this is kind of where I got this from. Is from DJ Diggums, man. This idea of doing my show on all platforms. So shout outs to Diggs. And so, like I said, we did 2 changes. So we ended up changing Tupac and LL, and I'm happy because of that. Shout outs to people watching on. We're going on TikTok later on tonight for obvious reasons. I got a couple of people that are doing their lives right now, and I don't want to go against them. So I'll just go and do that separate just to make sure that we have this list, and this list is legitimate, okay? So now, as far as where we're at right now is at number 16. Now, let me just explain a couple of things to you. This isn't, I call this the top 25 best rap albums of all time, but it's not categorized, okay? So it's not no one above the crew. These are all equal records. They're just the top 25, okay? We all got that? So I just want everybody to understand that part so there's not anybody, not getting, the what ifs and what abouts. We ain't doing all that. We're just doing this. So what I'm saying is Nas Illmatic is just as strong as Wu-Tang Clan, 36 Chambers. I am not a believer on the who's better than who thing because it's stupid. It's a stupid argument. So stop having it. All right, so we got at number 16, we got Ice Cube. I need to respell all these things because I think I was writing this so fast. I just was misspelling. Okay. Ice Cube with Death Certificate. Undeniable. Nobody argued it. Kill at Will was a close second, but unfortunately, Kill at Will was an EP, not an album. So America's Most Wanted would have been the greatest, right? But Death Certificate told the story. That is a record that you can just listen to and just be happy about it. And always reference back because it's still good to this day. It is more relevant now than it was back in 1992. We got Bone, 1999 Eternal. Now, I'm going to tell you why that record is important. It was groundbreaking for one, right? there's no skips on the album. If you didn't even understand the style or anything, you were forced to listen to that album and feel it. Like these kids from Ohio, I didn't even know there was hip hop in Ohio until that album came out. So and then I can listen to it. I can literally listen to it front to back with no skips. Number 18, Scarface Diary. I argued this one because I don't know. I'm gonna agree that Scarface needs to be on this list just because he's a great storyteller. Uh, he's a great storyteller, but I broke it down into Texas. There's a lot of Texas albums, so I wanted to make sure everybody understood that I tried to represent every artist from Texas. However, when you're dealing with a bigger conglomerate, when you're building, I'm not asking a whole bunch of people from Houston or Dallas or El Paso or San Antonio or Austin. I'm asking New York. I'm asking Georgia, Florida, Cali. You get what I'm saying? Like who, if we were all on a boat, who would we listen to? And everybody came up with Scarface. So now we're using Diary as a premise because there was no skips on that album. The album was great. Okay, so we got MC Light. That one was a hard one. The first album was dope, but it was really, really, really New York. Okay, so on this list, we're trying to see who was the mass appeal, not necessarily hip hop. Okay, so who was the mass appeal on MC Light's albums? MC Light does deserve to be on here because she's a great storyteller as well, and she had joints that were unskippable. Like, for instance, if you looked at, let's see, the first album, what was that, Light as a Rock? It was so New York. Like, it made you want to go to Brooklyn, right? And you had to have family members in New York to to even hear Light at the time. Because anywhere else you weren't really hearing it. They weren't playing hip-hop like that on the radio in 88. So, okay, Eyes on This was their second effort. Cappuccino came out. Cappuccino broke the barriers. She had records, man. And don't get me wrong, she had a great album after the Eyes on This, but this one had better slaps on it. Okay? So we ended up choosing MC Light. Little Kim Hardcore. That was just an argument for the ladies. The ladies argued it and said, we could have looked at Little Kim, we could have looked at Fox Boogie, we could have looked at Lauryn Hill, we could have looked at so that can still be a debatable slot. I'm going with Lil Kim because Lil Kim, her first effort, she had nothing but slaps on that album. Diddy and and all them made sure that album was gonna rock. Okay, so Lil Kim, as of right now, is holding still with hardcore. Heavy D, Peaceful Journey. That one was a difficult one because, first of all, rest in peace, Heavy D. But he had some great albums. Now we have to think about my personal would have been Blue Funk, but that's what kind of hip hop head I am about this. I'm more hip hop related, and Heavy D did some hip hop shit with that Blue Funk record. But if you want to look at a record that you can, like, if you with your chick, these are the last 25 albums and you don't want to hear her mouth, Peaceful Journey would be the album. That let me just run it by you. Why? Because Overweight Lover was dope too, right? But there was a couple of songs on there that was unrelatable to me. But Peaceful Journey though was different when the time it came out, and I can still listen to it today. I have it as my playlist, right? And I'm okay with I'm okay with this album. So let me tell you the records that were on there that I'm telling you why it was unskippable. And yeah, it did hold for more women than men on this particular album, but that's okay because I cater to women. Women, 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 women. Okay. So we have now that we found love, let it rain. I can make you what was this one? I can make you go, oh, sister, sister, don't curse. Don't curse was so iconic, right? That record still slaps today. Like that just goes like I don't even know how to explain don't curse. Peaceful journey, yo, and I wish you a peaceful journey. That was going out to Trouble T Roy. And then another thing, it might be personal to me because I remember I went to the tour, the Public Enemy tour with Public Enemy, Heavy D, Kid and Play, Digital Underground, the Afros, and Heavy D was supposed to be on that concert. The concert I was supposed to go to was the day that Trouble T Roy fell off the stage. They didn't cancel it. They postponed the show, and they put Queen Latifah on the show. So I never ever got to see Heavy D perform. But as a fun fact and a story, Mark and I were in Miami. We were at the Make Show Power Summit, and we were chilling. Like we were chilling. I was, Mark already understood the industry. I come in and I'm like at awe because I never really saw the industry for what I was seeing it, and I'm so walking around not paying attention. I was drinking not gin. I was drinking vodka cranberry, and I bumped into Heavy D, and he was wearing all white, and I dropped my drink on him. You can let Mark X tell his story. I'm not gonna tell his story because I was so embarrassed. I'm still embarrassed to this day. But to go back to Peaceful Journey, that's gonna be the record. Number 22, NWA Straight Outta Compton. Record still slaps today. I'm not going to argue with it. Zagging for Life was a dope one. It was a very dope album, but it's something that was missing when Ice Cube left. There was just something missing. We were going through the records and we were saying, oh, yeah, we could have, that record is dope. I named different songs. I just said how MC Ren's bars went like just catapulted. But yeah, nobody really talks about the Zagging for Life album anymore. Nobody talks about that album. So they talk about Straight Outta Compton, made a movie about it, that album. So I'm going to have to go with Straight Outta Compton. We're keeping that there. EPMD at number 23, Business as Usual. Okay, let's take a look at that. That we were putting a whole bunch of records against that one. I think we put E40. Jeez, we put E40 and somebody else. Okay, so let's see. We have EPMD. The reason why I chose this album because this was a record that everybody else chose. Everybody else chose, and then. This is the thing. This is where the argument's going to happen by Monday on Recession Proof on GBR Global. This is why I'm doing what we're doing during the weekend, so we don't have to waste 4 hours on this list. Even though we have 25, there's some people that can get changed out of here. But I said business as usual. I said business as usual. I'm going to tell you what was on that album real quick. All right. So on that album, we had Mad, and these are unskippable records, okay? Okay? I'm Mad, hardcore to make a brother act a fool. I got it going, man. That's when Redman came off. He was like, I got it going on. Since I'm up next to Flex, you can tell I'm dropping heavy, so girls grab your Kotex. When I heard that, I was in high school, by the way, and I thought that was the illest line I ever heard. Then you had Rampage. Go ahead, baby. Go ahead, baby. We had Rampage. That shit was hot, right? And then Manslaughter, Jane 3. The Jane saga was as big as the Roxanne saga of the 80s. For my people, I don't care the people, ladies and gentlemen. And then DJ Scratch was like, gentlemen, like, man. Mr. Bozak, Gold Digger. Gold Digger was a slapper. Gear the People. Rappers Out of Control. Brothers on My Jock. Underground. Hit Squad. Like, I just named 13 slappers unskippable on this album. But it's still up for debate. It could still be up for debate. Okay. Then we got T.I. at number 24, Trap Music. It's not showing up on here because I haven't updated the list. Oh, no, I did. There it is. Trap Music. Okay. We didn't know the DMX record at number 25. The T.I., okay, so the T.I. went up against Ludacris. And all the women spoke. The women spoke on T.I. Every woman co-signed for T.I. over Ludacris. Okay. DMX, It's Dark in Hell is hot. I don't think I have to argue that. Do we have to argue DMX? I think the reason why that record, and everybody chose this record, okay? People chose this record. I didn't know what to choose. So the people chose It's Dark and Hell is Hot. And this is both females and males. And I'm going to tell you why I agree with them. That album was so amazing. That album was so amazing when it came out. I think it was like 97, 98. And it was just, us as a black community was going through some things. We were going through some things at that time. And I believe that this is right before 9/11, all that stuff, that we were going through some stuff. Bush was president. We were like, DMX. That's the first album I heard when somebody was praying for their life. I was like, jeez. And to correct you, Dig, so what you're saying was the album before that. We had that album, but Business as Usual destroyed that album. I named 13 out of 14 off of it that I know everybody would listen to. So this is where we're at right now. This is the list. But I'm going to take a break real quick because I'm going to write something else to see if y'all see where we're at, because there's a lot of notables that's not on this list. There's not a lot of notables on this list. And before anybody sits up here and says, oh, well, what about this and what about that? We ain't doing that, okay? We're not doing that today. We're gonna have an opportunity to switch anybody out on this list with somebody that we think had a bigger catalog or a bigger album more than likely, that just had a crazy album. Okay? We're all good with that? All right, let's take a break and we'll be right back.
Hey, how y'all doing out there? Now, welcome to the Kit Kat Club, where you gonna hear fantastic music.
I know that's right. I heard it.
From all the greats.
Who's gonna be playing
now, let me
tonight?
tell you this right now. These cats coming up right now, undeniably fresh.
Say it, boy.
So without further ado,
Who coming
please put your hands together for Pooh Heff.
Oh.
And Max Hustle.
I heard it was good.
It is what it is, man. This is a live recording right now.
Woo.
Live at the Kit Okay, how y'all
better
doing
bring it,
today?
boy. We doing fine, boy. You better do it.
This is what's going down. So my man Max sets up right here. I wrote this song
I heard that boy Max be on
while we were in the car on our way here. Y'all
Sing
let
it,
me know
boy.
if y'all like it, right?
Yeah.
All right, now, here we go.
Yeah.
Baby, let me know something, cause I'm on my way. Hold on, let's go. What you wanna drink, cause I'm on my way. I stopped by the liquor store and get some juice and Tanqueray. You don't need to get dressed, hun, cause I'm on my way. The other night you had a brother feeling right.
All right, sing it, boy.
You had my toes tingling when you touch my mind.
Feels so good.
Yo, man, outside, man, I think he wants to
I think
fight.
you want to fight.
I'm ignoring him, hun, cause what I'm about to hit is really tight.
Let's go.
Baby, let me know something, cause I'm on my way.
Sing it, boy.
What you wanna drink, hun, cause I'm on my way.
Yeah.
I stopped by the liquor store and get some juice and Tanqueray. You don't need to get dressed, hun, cause I'm on my way.
Sing it, boy.
Then you on the phone telling me you all alone. You said, hey baby, I have my monthly visitor. All you can get is dawn.
That's cool.
I said cool. She said hurry
Yeah.
up, my man's coming soon.
Oh, man.
I'll be there in a second. To be safe, I just go ahead and bring my weapon.
Click, click.
Baby, let me know something, cause I'm on my way. Oh, what you wanna drink, cause I'm on my way. I stopped by the liquor store and get some juice and Tanqueray. You don't need to get dressed, cause I'm on my way.
Let's go.
I hope this satisfies. Don't have any blue chips left, so I can't last all night.
Yeah.
She said that's fine, just come over and have some wine. Oh baby, you so good to me. You always hit me on time.
Oh, okay.
I'ma hit you back real quick. I gotta call this other dime and ask her, baby, let me know something, cause I'm on my way. What you wanna drink, cause I'm on my way. I'll stop by the liquor store and get some juice and Tanqueray. You don't need to get dressed, cause I'm on my way. Baby, let me know something, cause I'm on my way. That's how it goes down right here. It's beats, rhymes, and life. Thank you, good night.
That was good, boy. That boy can sing right there, boy.
Max Hustle. Like this, Mr. Get It, boy. It's going down like this. Mr. Get It, boy. Run the game of life, and I'm down to my last dime. Ran out of minutes, can't call my lifeline. Jotted some paper to tell you that life ain't fine. You tell me there's no pain in all people, all kind. Sometimes you're thinking your enemy is fucking. Have you ever looked in the mirror to see whose life is true? Smoke crews dying slowly and I know it. I offset it with a glass of Henny so I can feel no regrets. I walk in darkness so I don't see my silhouette. My gun's fully loaded like my dick before I have sex. Grew up in confusion, still trying to figure the solution. Super corporations used to find that amusing. Fell in love with music, fell in with the same thing that got corrupted by the corporation that I was boosting. Tread on thin ice cause everyone's beefing, losing their life. I should've just moved my black ass to Houston. What it is, I'm on the front line. Got the hammer, I'm ready, give me the sign. And what I know, I keep my enemies close to me. You never know when they'll try to steal from me. What it is, life, what it is, life. Have to express myself on this mic. What it is, life, what it is, life. Have to express myself on this mic. Being away make the heart grow fonder. If you're too far away, then the crowd have forgot you. You'd rather pop bottles and not hear about the baby you fathered. You'd rather run around as a pack and live a life that's altered. I tried to escape reality, but it was too late. I helped build this travesty, but y'all took the lead. Could've said that this will happen, but I don't believe in fate. Fucked around and took the cake cause everybody else ate. Used to love a stripper, but she only love to make a nigga quiver in their seats so they can take their last dollar. Just 'cause you have a 9 to 5 don't make you a baller, and that stimulus check don't make you a hustler. I was too at the club thinking that I was a thug, and when these broads was talking behind my back calling me a scrub. That's about the time I got out of jail with just the clothes on my back. Courts took everything except my mind, that was intact. What it is, I'm on the front line, got the hammer, I'm ready, give me the sign. And what I know, I keep my enemies close to me, you never know when they'll try to steal from me. What it is, life, what it is, life, have to express myself on this mic. What it is, life, what it is, life, have to express myself on this mic. Sold everything except crack, still the blacks was in Atlantic City, used to play craps. My mama almost died from pen, now her heart would never ever be the same again. I'm still writing with no solution. Every girl I fucked with drugs, hoes, all the way down to prostitution. Wow, they seem very hot and I'm very well known. Sometimes I get close to sport that blow, but I pray to God every day. I know there's got to be a better way. It could be confusing, driving for hours, just sitting there cruising. And here's where I lay. That's what it is, and that's all I got to say. What it is, I'm on the front line, got the hammer, I'm ready, give me the sign. And what I know, I keep my enemies close to me, you never know when they'll try to steal from me. What it is, life, what it is, life, have to express myself on this mic. What it is, life, what it is, life, have to express myself on this mic.
Show you what a thriller like. Fridge Jones, crack a cold one like a Miller Lite. Halloween flow will turn my bars into a chiller night. Make them run the jewels like LP and Killer Mike. Last Dragon Aura with the sauce like carbonara. With yards after the catch, you call me Jiggy Kamara. The sand demon leaning on your soul like Gara. Head to Guadalajara, my nigga, the sayonara. It's Stro Bigelow, cross the border in El Paso. Voorhees Jones with the mask when I slash hoes. My girls think I got them cheating signs like the Astros. Frankenstein these verses, so I got the monster mash flow. Hoodie season, bitch. Heff and honest give you frostbite. Plant my feet to swing left, cause you know I box right. Not one nickel show up in your city for the block fight. And me, Dub, and L will fill the socks with master locks, right? Urge.
Around too many people acting lame as fuck. Aiming up, sky ain't a limit, they never changing up. Made it up as I went along. Principles made me so very strong. I keep a stack cause my paper long. I scrutinize you cause you made it wrong. Get it on your own too. If I was you, I would find somebody else to prey upon. Put your money where your mouth is. Don't play along like you can afford the floorboards you lay up on. I'm invested in stock, you on the block, tryna cop the best outfit, but really ain't about shit. You'll never catch me stressed in the flesh, I'm lounging. You ain't getting paid and the government give you housing. Begging for a stimulus check that's barely 1,000. I'm international, getting pounds in. I found in the rap game, nobody keep it a whole 1,000. What happened to the spitters that would leave you all astounded, huh?
They don't exist, nigga. I see trees of green.
them blue for me and you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful.
Black rain, mother. Yeah, you already know that. Who the fuck we is, and you know how we live 100K on the crib, and you know my strut is worth about $1 million, and you know y'all might be my kids cause I fuck a lot of women, and you know who the fuck we is, and you know how we live 100K on the crib, and you know my strut is worth about $1 billion, and you know y'all might be my kids.
Bet you didn't know hip hop's for real. Settle down, kid, and tell you how it feels. It's far from dead, hip hop's alive. Straight off the mouth from the 915. Add a little starch if your rhymes are soft. Put me on a beat and I'm setting it off. Unique stuff for murder cause he killed the cut. Indiana native with a Texas strut. Spinach on my flow so my rhymes will grow. You need either warning with a friend or foe. Pull up all your grass so you can block the joint. Glass house shattered doesn't prove my point. Years off the dreads, I don't need my tam. Big up Genie Cat, yeah I see you fam. Black range tracking like with GPS. Funky technician with a more finesse. Sci-fi sightings are remotes to change. 51 areas and I'm deranged. 4 walls padded as you bang your head. You're banging into this, then enough is said. I know you know I won't flex, but if you talk perplexed, then we'll wreck your text. Said I know you know I won't flex, but if you talk perplexed, then we'll wreck your text. It's like this kid came up to me the other day. He's like, who's that? I'm like, that's Mark X, Pooh Heff, and that site. That's Black Rain. He said, Black Rain, what's Black Rain? I said, that's hip hop. You looked back at me and I said, let me ask you,
you know who the fuck we is, and you know how we live 100K on the crib, and you know my strut is worth about $1 billion, and you know y'all might be my kids cause I fucked a lot of women. You know who the fuck we is, and you know how we live 100K on the crib, and you know my strut is worth about $1 billion, and you know y'all might be my kids cause I fucked a lot of women. Make a dawn trap so strong words like the Quran. 6 rings on my feet, Jordan, you're trying like LeBron. It's not swag, bitch, as it's a con. Grown man rap, I only appeal to your mom. Double up with your sister, have her beating out my palm. Remain calm, voices similar to a fire alarm. Yo, Sean John, Black Label bringing these bitches charms one by one. My size 13s will get you stepped on. Scare you out your pigmentation, crawl dawn. Relax, he's my fave, I just wanted him on this song. Some of you suspect like boys and skinny G's. You know you break like you against our tested is Queensbridge D. Throw a garbage can to your glass house, Spike Lee. I call Susan infectious protection, they call me back T. I'm a fiend addicted to Henny, laced with GHB. Bred in the street, my footwork be rock steady. Who the fuck we is, and you know how we live 100K on the crib, and you know my strut is worth about $1 billion, and you know y'all might be my kids cause I fucked a lot of women. You know who the fuck we is, and you know how we live 100K on the crib, and you know my strut is worth about $1 billion, and you know y'all might be my kids cause I fucked a lot of women.
You know I'm the new king of the home of a lot to shoot teams. Take your life, take your shine. This is just how we do things. You know Hell's yeah and Black Rain. Stack change, clap gangs that act strange. They start shit, call police, then their facts change. Lying and snitching, crying and bitching. All of a sudden wanna live their lives as a Christian. But their faggot business is sacrilegious. Straight blasphemy, I'm one to one, none before, none after me. I'm so exclusive, they tried to keep me out, but I'm so intrusive. High IQ, but the flow is stupid. You know it's fuego, when I put bars together like Legos. All black is the color scheme, never crack this brother's mean. Go ahead, I dare you to root for the other team. Watch the open palm, smack the shit out of you and them suckers clean. From El Paso to BK, listen assholes when we say you can't stop the militia. Black Rain and Hell's YEA.
Man, that Black Rain track is like, that's still, I think that might be my favorite Black Rain track. That's like my favorite Black Rain, like Black Rain, like, if I could have put Genie and Mark on that, Man, that would have just been. That would have been a lot. That would have been a lot. Okay, let me change this. I'm changing some stuff over real quick because of the fact that we got a lot going on over here. We got a lot going on. Okay. So we got the list updated. Let me put it to where y'all can see it. Okay. All right. So right now we're focusing on the last part. So we are looking at this at the same time, and I want to put another thing on here because I want for y'all to see what I'm talking about, right? So we have the list right here. And I redid everything. Now, here's where the game changes. And we have to figure it out. We got this weekend to change it. We got this weekend to change it. So, jeez, this is gonna be hard, okay? This is definitely gonna be hard. Because there's somebody that was left out. There was a lot of records that were left out. Okay? There was a lot of records that were left out. You see this list right here. So I'm giving people the opportunity to change this list. We got till Monday. Monday we'll be locked in. I don't give a fuck about how people feel and their feelings and how they gonna yell at me and tell me that this is not my list. It's not your list. It's recession proof. What are you contributing to this list? This is a contribution list. This isn't my list. I don't believe in making lists. Okay? So that's why I'm telling you. I'm going to take that off right now. We'll take that off right now. We're going to focus on something. We're going to focus on something. And this is going to be your chance to say what you want to say. Okay? This is going to be your absolute moment to shine. Because I don't want to hear nobody's mouth. I don't want to hear anybody's mouth. I don't want to hear anybody talk about, oh, well, what about? I don't do what abouts. I do right now and what's the solution, right? So we do solution-based issues and we try to, do what we can to make things correct. Right? Are we all on the same page? Okay. Okay. Let me see what it looks like over here. We're gonna take this list off. You see the list right now? We're taking it off right now. We're taking that off right now. Just so I can give you a chance to see. I want y'all to get mad. I want y'all to get mad. I want y'all to get mad. Now let's go over here. Okay, so this is what we got. These are some of the leftovers. These are my notable leftovers that I believe should have been on the list. But unfortunately, they're not right now. So we have Jay-Z, Zero, Ludacris, Eminem, and Wale. What are we looking at? What the bum clock? This is giving you your chance. Okay, so on the replay, when you go back and watch the replay, this is going to give you the chance to tell me, even if you have to inbox me or DM me, even if I make a short out of this and you have seen it, I demand you today Saturday, November 22nd. I need you to understand where we're at right now. Do y'all underdig? This is the chance to change this list. This is the list. That's the list right here. So look at this list. When I go on TikTok tonight and we talk about this tonight on TikTok, TikTok is going to be the last destination. It will be TikTok and Instagram. I'm going to go and clip this up and then go to Instagram and show them, hey, this is the list right now. This is who's missing off this list. And is it fair? Is it fair or it's not fair? This is your last chance. Recession proof top 25 best rap albums of all time. We're looking for that album though. I feel like we have a strong list. There's only one I don't agree with. Jay-Z should be on this list. What album? I don't know. Let's have some fun, y'all. Let's have some fun. We're about to flip the script. Nobody's done this before. Nobody sat here on multiple streams trying to find a top 25 list and then actually listen to the people. You get what I'm saying? But I want the people to also understand this is what I want you to understand is that it's not just you at this point. What do you think everybody want to hear? If you're on a deserted island with 100 people, how do you make the 100 people happy? This top 25 list, everybody would be okay with. That's the mind frame you're gonna have to look at, okay? So with that being said, pay attention to the artists. You can name any artist you want, okay? You can name whoever you think deserves to be on this top 25 list. And then join me tonight. Okay? I already did the changes that I feel needed to be changed. Like LL Cool J, Mama Said Knock You Out. That's it. Okay? Tupac. We changed Tupac out for All Eyes on Me. Y'all paying attention? And DMX, it's hot. It's dark and hell is hot. Right? So homework time. We got 5 artists on the outside looking in. And add 6. I'm going to add the 6 a little later. Lauryn Hill. So we have Jay-Z 0, Ludacris, Eminem, Wale, and Lauryn Hill. I'm being fair. I think I'm being fair. I think that I'm looking at the people, not, hip hoppers or like the average person that listens to music, that just loves music, that don't want to press forward, that could let the albums play. This is our 25 list of people that I think I can listen to myself. Okay? All right? So I'm going to leave this list on here. I want y'all to think about it, and then I want y'all to hit me back. You got me? You understand? We together? We crew? No one's above the crew, man.
It's that grown man shit. Black rain, motherfucker. Heff, Sight, and Vortex. I wanna rock with ya, baby, put a spark in you. Don't step to my crew if you know it's good for you. I approach 50 on the draw, I'm stunning. Cock pack, got you inside, I'm gunning. Pop shots at me, you pop shots through your temple. I'm from an era where everything is so simple. J's on my toes, 2.5 playing Halo. Caked up bezels on my wrist, surrounded by pros. The hoes that's pros on the track. Run it back. The pros that's hoes selling that feminine fat. My president's black and back, we call him correct. Same sound that's out my 40 clock when I rob the trap. Put the city on my back, raced up the mountain through the city in the gutter. That's exactly where I'm at. I got the knack, the skills, and that champagne. Like $100 sacks and this beat that's correct. Yeah. I know they used to say, hey man, your style's too different to be played. Record labels was like, hey man, you ain't doing what they trending on right now. Yeah. I was like, alright. In 95 became the super rat, I'm ghetto. 2000 on the radio, walked in and said hello. In the 70s they used to call me Mellow Yellow, but nowadays I have to say that I'm a lucky fellow. Should've been dead but walked out the hospital. Played my part, took my game to the next level. Lived in hell so they called me the Red Devil. Boy, you never find another. Broke the mold so I'm rocking two rubbers. You're a son of a bitch so that makes me a motherfucker. Two bras by my side, Jack Tripper. I spit pure so they call me a flipper. Black and a Yanni so call me a nigga. Pioneer to this base so call me your kicker. My name is Heff so it's easy to pimp ya. I'm a gated boy so it's easy to take from ya. Gotta love it. I gotta do this. This is real music right here. Whoa. I'm doing this shit for the motherfuckers that do that 95 jump off. Dreams deferred cause this nigga gotta eat. So what's the word? We put our ears to the street. Ice cold so you never hear my heartbeat. Hold your possessions cause boy you play for keeps. Get it boy, you got it, I get it. You need it, I get it. You want it, I get it. I hope you're getting it. Chicks breed like pit bulls, born killers. Fuck the law, we the law, they call us gorillas. I am what you make when you're trying to be swing. We swing to the left in Texas, do it to death. Can't you be a foul, like blow the whistle like a ref. Texas boys on our Dougies and our J's popping fresh. Easy as hell to get sex. Rappers on the pole, so you gotta pay for that sex. Shout outs to the homies living in that sex. Addicts blown out this world, Star Trek. Ha! That's when you get blown away. You smoke that heavenly. You don't even know how to come down. You on another frontier. Pioneers and shit. This is what it is. I never stop, never stop. That's what it is, boy. Mr. Get It.